Chevy trucks are as dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. They don't need permission to get going.
Hey, South Carolina, we're Bob's Discount Furniture.
For more than 30 years, we've believed everyone deserves a home they love.
That's why we're bringing our everyday low prices on furniture, mattresses, and more
To brand new showrooms in Spartanburg and Greenville.
With family-friendly shopping and no phony sales ever.
And free treats for the whole family in our cafe.
When the fastest growing furniture store comes to town, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Coming soon to South Carolina.
You may be seated. Well, good morning. Guys, this is graduation. Good morning. That's what I'm talking about. What an incredible day it is to be at Gardner-Webb University. To our graduates, families, friends, trustees, loved ones, staff, faculty, and everybody else, welcome. Today, we gather to celebrate achievement, perseverance, and the remarkable journeys that have brought each of our graduates to this moment. Commencement is always one of the most joyful days of the year because it reflects the very heart and mission. Students preparing for their calling, growing in knowledge and character, and preparing to make a difference in the world. Today is an emotional day, but whatever emotion you're feeling, it's likely a joyful one. And that makes this truly a great day to be a Gardner-Webb Running Bulldog. And so we gather today to celebrate you, our graduates, and perhaps most importantly, to honor the promise you carry forward from this moment and this place, a promise of a bright and rewarding future. Ladies and gentlemen, graduation is more formally called commencement because we know that while turning the page on one chapter, you are truly beginning or commencing a new chapter of life, a life of service, a life of purpose, and a life of calling. With this new chapter, this new beginning, my hope is that you will now use this knowledge, the growth and the experience that you gained to prepare you forward into success, whatever that looks like for you. Graduates, this morning, right here and within the next hour, you will formally graduate. As graduates, you will be Gardner-Webb's legacy to the world, and for each and every one of you, we give thanks. They say it takes a village. To the parents, spouses, friends, and loved ones who have supported our graduates every step of the way, welcome. On behalf of our faculty, staff, and trustees, thank you for encouraging, for uplifting, and standing beside these students through their journey. Graduates, join me in a round of applause for those who have gathered to celebrate your accomplishments. To our faculty and staff across campus, thank you. Thank you for pouring into these graduates, for serving them, for teaching them, for mentoring them, and guiding them. You are one of the reasons we get to celebrate today. Mission accomplished. Well done. Graduates, please join me in another round of applause for those who walked with you on this journey. In the same spirit of gratitude, we now formally begin our time of celebration as Dr. Aaron Rice, Associate Professor and Chair of the Department of Music, leads us in the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps at this time, and everyone who is able, please stand for the national anthem.
What so proudly we and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. Bringing greetings from the Gardner-Webb University Board of Trustees is Board Chair, Reverend Dr. Lamont Littlejohn. Lamont is a proud alum of Gardner-Webb University, and he completed his Bachelor of Arts and went on to earn his Master of Divinity and Doctor of Ministry degrees from our M. Christopher White School of Divinity. A native of Kings Mountain, Lamont began preaching at age 17 and started his pastoral ministry at age 26. Since 2003, he has served Mount Calvary Baptist Church, and under his leadership, the congregation has experienced spiritual growth in God's Word and spiritual direction in the effectiveness of doing ministry. Lamont has served for 7 years on the Gardner-Webb Board of Trustees, and we are grateful for his service. Following the welcome of our board chair, we will hear from Student Body President Andrea Stampone. Andrea is a history and political science major from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Her goal is to graduate, after graduating today, is to attend law school and become an immigration lawyer.
This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Gardner-Webb University, it is our distinct honor and privilege to welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2026. Today marks a significant milestone, not only in the lives of our graduates, but also in the life of our beloved institution. This moment represents years of dedication, perseverance, growth, and unwavering commitment. We celebrate not just your academic achievements, but the formation of your faith, character, resilience, and purpose you have cultivated along the way. To the class of 2026, you have navigated challenges, embraced opportunities, and risen to meet the demands of an AI-assisted, ever-changing world. You now stand prepared to step into your future, equipped with faith in Christ, knowledge, and a calling to make a meaningful impact in this world. We also extend our heartfelt congratulations to all of you family members, friends, faculty, and staff who have supported and guided these graduates. Your encouragement and your sacrifice have helped make this day possible. As you leave this place, know that Gardner-Webb will always be home. So carry with you the values that define Gardner-Webb University. Let the Holy Spirit direct your paths of service and commitment to excellence. Above all, remember the charge that binds us together for God and humanity. May it shape your decisions, your integrity, your leadership, and your legacy. Graduates, we celebrate you today and look forward with great expectation to the difference you will make in this world. Again, congratulations, class of 2026.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrea Stampone, and I have had the honor of serving as the student body president this past year. Being the student body president means one big thing. It means you get to make the speech at graduation. And this has been one of the most nerve-wracking things for me. It's been so nerve-wracking that I have kept a journal of all the possible things that I could talk about since I was elected last year in March. And naturally, I bounced around a lot with a lot of ideas, but recently, a new one hit me. I've sat through graduations before, and every year, student speakers give great speeches. They talk about things like perseverance, hard work, and we've all been through this together. And all of those things are true and important to mention, but we know that already. So I wanted to talk about something different, even at the risk of sounding cliche, because I feel like it's the most important thing I could say to you all today, and we could all use a reminder every now and then. We always say that the best part of Gardner-Webb is the community, and I think that that's true for one reason: kindness. People on this campus choose this consistently over everything else. Every day, each one of you have chosen to make this place special. Not only that, but over your time here, you have chosen to care deeply, to listen carefully, and to love loudly. The attitude that each of you bring to this campus every day is one that makes people feel welcome. It makes people feel like they can be themselves. It helps people understand that they can go out into the world and be someone. People, not only here, but all over the world, want to feel special, and they want to feel wanted. Not only that, but they need people to get through the hard times. We all know that being in college is full of ups and downs, and that we couldn't have gotten through this without a strong support system by our side. In one of my favorite musicals, Funny Girl, the main character, Fanny Brice, sings a song called People. In it, she sings, "People who need people are the luckiest people in the world." Gardner-Webb is a place where it's okay to need people. In fact, it's encouraged. It's a place that when someone says they need help, people rush to their aid. We are lucky people that we have spent the last 4 years in a place where it's okay to need people. We should need people everywhere we are, not just in college, where times are uncertain and uneasy. I know that when I got to Gardner-Webb, I was a completely different person than the one who stands in front of you today. I also know that many of you felt the same way that I did when you started your journey here. I'm sure that feelings of doubt, fear, and anxiety have crept into all of our lives throughout our years at Gardner-Webb. I'm also sure that those feelings will continue to creep into our lives as we graduate and start a new chapter. I believe that Gardner-Webb has taught us how to need others and how to be there for others. These are skills that we've learned that go beyond the classroom. They can be applied in every situation that we will ever be in. It doesn't matter if you're going into business, nursing, education, or any other field. Kindness and gratitude are outlooks that you can use anywhere in the world. Because of the attitude that you have all consistently shown each other, we have grown into a community of leaders and lifelong learners. We have turned into people that our younger selves would have looked up to. And from here, we will all continue to grow and to develop. To have this attitude in a place like Gardner-Webb is easy to do. It's a controlled environment where we're encouraged to treat people well. The people we look up to, faculty and staff, exemplify it. What's difficult is to treat people with kindness outside of here. So my charge to you today is to carry this kindness into all walks of life that you may enter. Treat people with kindness. Be a person who needs people. Be someone that runs to others when they need people, because these things make you a lucky person. Care deeply, listen carefully, and love loudly. Be authentic. St. Catherine of Siena said, "Be exactly who God meant you to be, and you will set the world on fire." When you go out into the world and you begin your career, your family, and your lives, you will be joining a new community. So go out into the world and make that community special. Because it's not that being a part of something special makes you special, but instead that something is special because you are a part of it. Thank you.
Delivering the commencement message today is Patrick Woody. Patrick is the founder and CEO of Point of Warning, a consulting firm that provides risk, intelligence, public policy, and organizational improvement services to government, private sector, and nonprofit organizations. In roles at Twitter, Twitch, Epic Games, Patrick established himself as an authority in combating online harms, including extremism, information integrity, child safety, and strategic partnership issues. His background in the U.S. intelligence community included directly advising and briefing multiple U.S. presidents, White House leadership, cabinet officials, and Congress on critical national security matters. Patrick proudly graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in History and Political Science from Gardner-Webb University and has a Master of Arts in International Relations and Comparative Politics from George Mason University. Please join me in welcoming Patrick Woody back to campus.
Good morning, everyone. Let me get my phone out because, like my hair, I'm going to try to keep this relatively brief and short. President Evans, distinguished faculty, honored family and guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Congratulations. You have made it. Looking back at the last several years, there were late nights, tight deadlines, tough exams, and courses that made you question whether this was the right major for you, whether you were cut out for this, and maybe even made you question your will to live. However, through it all, you survived. You did, and that is what matters. And as I look back on my own graduation in 2003, I'm going to give you some advice I wish I had received, and I'm going to talk to you about the importance of getting fired. Now, you all are probably wondering, like this, I'm just graduating, this guy's going to talk to me about getting fired. Hear me out. Not being fired from a career or a job, but from a mindset. It's getting fired from the comfort of thinking that because you finished this milestone, you have arrived and there's no more work for you to do. What I want to do is I want to talk to you about a different way of looking at your future, built around 5 principles that spell out the word fired. If you leave today with these principles, I promise you the next chapter of your life will be the best ones. F. F is for failure. The last thing you want to hear at a celebration about your achievements is that you need to fail. But bear with me. At some point in the next few years, you will fail. Some of you may fail publicly. Some of you may fail very expensively. Some of you may fail in a way that makes you think you will never recover. Some of you may fail in a combination of all of them, which is a pretty good use of your time if you actually think about that. It's pretty efficient. But you're going to lose a job. You may not get a job. You may have a relationship that's ending. You may have a business idea that fails, or a project that you believed in that is going to collapse. And I'm not trying to be the bad news police here, but this is actually the way that you have a well-lived life. However, one thing that people never tell you is that failure is not the opposite of success. It's actually one of the key ingredients. Scientists don't call a failed experiment a defeat, they call it a result. Every aspect of failure is data. It tells you something about your method, about your assumptions, your timing, and sometimes the gap between where you are and where you want to be. The only true wasted failure is one where you refuse to learn. There's a critical distinction that I want you to take away. Failing at something is an event. Being a failure is an identity. You're the person who gets to make the choice of whether failing becomes an event or an identity. So lean into your failure. Fail honestly. And when it happens, because it inevitably will, don't just ask what went wrong, ask what is this teaching me? Nelson Mandela, the former South African president and anti-apartheid activist, said the greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising from every time we fail. About a year ago, And I apologize to our interpreter. I'm doing a quick ad lib here. About a year ago, I went into a normally scheduled meeting and then was told I was being laid off. And I immediately, as a type A person, was just like, what did I do wrong? How did I fail? Did I fail? And I struggled with whether or not that was going to become my identity. But I took some time and I reflected and I said, no, this is the data point. This is a way that God is pushing me to do something that has long been in my heart to do. And you take that failure and you rise from it. I is for investment. And for you younger people, I'm going to emphasize this. The first is investing in yourself. The smartest investors don't put everything in one place, they diversify. I want you to think about your life in that same way, across 3 distinct profiles, or portfolios, if you will. The first is in yourself. You need to invest in your health, your skills, and most importantly, your mental wellness and relationships. These are high-yield investments that you will ever make, and their returns will compound in ways that you have never thought of and will blow your mind. The second, and I'm going to be very direct about this as a younger person telling you this, financial investment. Take advantage of your new employer's 401k match. It is free money. It is one of the few forms of magic that's actually out there because it compounds and builds over time. If you think about this, one of the biggest regrets I have is when I first graduated, my employer had a 401k match, and my boss said to me, you need to go ahead and invest in that. And I was like, oh, I'll wait. I've got money right now. Looking back on it, I wish I had. By the time that you graduate, by the time that you retire, that will grow into an enormous sum of money. Your future self will either thank you or plague you by the decision that you make. The third investment portfolio is investing in things that are bigger than yourself, those causes that are bigger than yourself. That is where life truly gets its fullest meaning. Think of those causes, those issues that make you angry, and fight against them. Help people. Invest in those things that truly matter, that will create a legacy. Give your time, talent, and treasure to those causes. Someone invested in you as a mentor. Someone invested in you because they saw where you would end up. Don't forget to invest back. In every room that you go into, leave a door open for those people who aren't in that room so that they can come in. And as I move to my next letter, R, I want to take a quick ad lib, if I may. I'm going to take 10 seconds, and I want you all to think about the person who invested in you to get you where you are right now, at this moment. Take 10 seconds and picture that person and what they did in your life. Having reflection is a critical part of who we need to be and getting fired. We are a world that is allergic to stillness and quiet. We need notifications, clickbait, everything that we can, another feed that demands our attention. But one of the things you need to ask yourself as you look back on your life is, who am I becoming? Is this still the direction where I want to go? I'm a political nerd, and reflection is one of the things that really matters to me. It is not weakness, it is a source of strength. It is steering your life ship. Twice a year, I do a Patrick State of the Union. I like to see where I'm at in my life. Am I going in the directions I want to go? And what things need to be redirected? And on the years that I haven't done that, my life has seemingly been less purposeful. It's gone by quickly, and it's been less intentional. Take the time to reflect. Go for a walk without your phone. Journal. Have a trusted person tell you about yourself. My old black grandma used to tell me about myself. Get that person in your life who's going to tell you the truth, who's going to tell you how you need to live your life in a way that's purposeful and meaningful. And protect that. Protect that reflection. The E is for education. Now, you have just spent an enormous amount of time and money, but this is not the type of education that ends today. It's the education that is investing in yourself over time. What you learn this year in your first job will already be partially obsolete because it is changing. And with you all having AI, it's going to become even more critical for you to constantly learn and educate because you need to become a permanent student. Read outside of your major, your area of interest, develop curiosity and feed it. And grow. The smartest people I've known are those who pursue new skills, who didn't stop educating themselves and learning after they graduated. You just spent significant amounts of money and time learning how to learn. That is the most transferable skill in this room. Don't let it go to waste. And finally, the D is for dialogue. We live in a fractured world. We don't like to talk to each other. We don't like to talk to people that we don't share their beliefs or their views. You know this by the news, social media, and even by who we interact with socially. And I'm not going to pretend that one commencement speech is going to resolve that issue. However, I will tell you that you all can be part of the solution to this and part to fixing it. Seek out people who are different from you, not to debate them, not to change them, not to virtue signal, not to cancel, or not to own the libs. Instead, seek them out to understand who they are, understand what drives them, and what is their motivation. Find someone who votes differently from you, who comes from a different social economic background, or even comes from a different country or religion, and find their internal logic and their worldview so that you can help to understand them. No one wakes up in the morning wanting to be the enemy or believing that they are wrong. Everyone is the hero in their own story. And when you remember that, it makes it much harder to write off people. So I encourage you to step outside of your echo chambers, step outside of the social media, cable news, and other echo chambers that facilitate the beliefs that we already have. Touch some grass, get some sunshine, do things that are normal, silence your phone, and embody the openness and grace that Christ commands us to share. When I worked in the White House as a CIA briefer, I briefed people that I disagreed with their politics. I briefed 3 US presidents and I disagreed with each of them on things. But I heard them out because part of that was understanding where they were coming from and how they wanted to make change. And by me reaching out and understanding that, it helped me to be a better servant to them and to have a ministry there. You've survived 4 years of group projects with people you didn't choose to be in groups with, sometimes carrying the weight of those groups. You already have the skills of doing this type of outreach. The world just needs you to use them on a bigger scale. Be a campfire, not an echo chamber. Draw people in, let people from different perspectives meet you in the light. And that is how gaps can be bridged. Not through algorithms, through legislation, but through one honest conversation at a time. So those are there it is, the 5 letters, FIRDD. One word, one way of looking at the world. Fail and let it teach you. Invest in yourself, your future, and in others. Reflect so that you are steering your ship and not just speeding it. Educate yourself, always, relentlessly, and joyfully. And dialogue across every divide you encounter. Being fired is not a setback, it is a posture. It is how you walk into every meeting, every relationship, and every chapter of your life. With humility, with purpose, and with courage to keep growing. Class of 2026, go be fired. Congratulations.
Thank you, Patrick. I will do my best to avoid getting fired through this ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in our program, Dr. Greg Pillar, Associate Provost for Academic Affairs, will present the student awards.
Among the graduates in the commencement ceremony are students who have earned their degrees through Gardner-Webb Online. The distance education program currently enrolls students finishing their undergraduate degrees while balancing full-time careers and other important life responsibilities. The Gardner-Webb Online Scholastic Award is given each commencement to the online student with the highest cumulative grade point average. So it is my honor and privilege to recognize the 2026 Spring Online Scholastic Award recipient, Jennifer Abernathy Ruckman. Please come forward to accept your award. In addition to service and citizenship, Gardner-Webb places strong emphasis upon intellectual development and scholastic achievement. Annually, the Senior Scholastic Award is given to members of the graduating class who earn the highest grade point average during their terms of university study. We have 5 winners this year, and it is my honor and privilege to recognize the 2026 spring recipients. As I call your name, please come forward to accept your award. Corey Danielle Cloninger. Sarah Michael Yang. Kaylee Faith Maynor. Madison Elizabeth Peak. And Ava Vaughn Stratman. The most outstanding male and female graduate awards are given to members of the graduating class who, judged by the faculty, both exemplify the qualities of leadership, citizenship, and academic excellence. The 2026 recipient of the most outstanding female graduate award is Kylie A. Morris. The 2026 recipient of the most outstanding male graduate award is Paul M. McIlerney. Congratulations, students.
At this time, we pause to recognize a student who was a valued member of our community and whose academic journey was tragically cut short. I would like to invite the family of Isaiah Hughes, if you'll join me on stage. Isaiah Hughes was an accomplished student in the Godbold College of Business, and it was clear that he was destined for great success. While we are saddened that Isaiah is not with us today to receive his diploma, his accomplishments deserve to be celebrated. So today we celebrate the memory and the accomplishments of Isaiah Hughes. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the faculty, I am honored to confer the Bachelor of Science degree of Management Information Systems posthumously upon Isaiah Hughes. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give them one more round of applause? Let us commence with the presentation of the diplomas. Each degree awarded today reflects years of commitment, scholarship, and perseverance. And we are honored to acknowledge every graduate who has fulfilled the rigorous standards of Gardner-Webb University. Out of respect for each graduate, I ask everyone in the audience to please hold your applause until after all of our graduates have received their degrees. If you can do that, we will then make a noise so loud they'll hear us in every corner of the state. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Nicole Waters, and Associate Provost, Dr. Greg Pillar, will now lead us in the diploma presentation.
W. Maxwell. Larry Todd Hunt II. Jack Spellman Youngville. Colton Daniel Eagle, summa cum laude. Henry Kofoman. Serena Vivian Kohler. Kaylin Nicole Kyle. Camilla Lozano. Morgan Claire Lilly, summa cum laude, honors program. Paul Michael McIlhenny, Jr. Sabian J. McConkman. Brock McCarthy, summa cum laude. Bethany F. Payne. Jessica Barbara Purdue. Laura Catherine Roberts, summa cum laude. Matthew C. Rowland. Andrea Stampone, summa cum laude, Alpha Tau. Zach Holder Thompson. Jade Anne-Marie Walker. Reagan Mallory Cotton. Isabel Juliet Gallegos. Emma Grace Wiggins. Bachelor of Music. Kofi Baki Jr. Peter Everett Moore, summa cum laude. Hannah Constance Rice. Bachelor of Science, Haley Vesaliers. Samuel Kirby Bolter. Leah Amari Nicole Gibbons. Madison Virginia Boyd. Jada Diane Bristol, summa cum laude. Sincere Eugene Caldwell. Evelyn Storm Christian. Casey Lynn Poole. Go Casey! Savannah Nicole Chris, summa cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Dover. Taylor Dale Brick. Naomi Duran Munoz. Isaiah Echeverria. Rachel Joy Estes. Hillary A. Ford. Natasha Dillon. Allie Justin Thomas, cum laude. Haley Lee Leila Hammer, magna cum laude. Kristen Heather Harding. Charlotte Delamore Harper. Savannah True Destiny Harrington. Mackenzie Leanne Harris. Emma Catherine Harrison. Isaiah Hicks. Jared Brian Hobb. Sarah Michael Young, summa cum laude, Alpha Phi. Jacoby Daquan Johnson. Mackenzie Grace Johnson, honor report. Braden Silvino Juan. Sarah Michelle Dale. Isaiah A. Manabe. Evan Wilson Lee. Hunter Gabriel Lee. Aiden J. Leon. Holly Amber Martindale. Lauren on slideshows? Kylie Alana Morris, honors program. Dwight and Devine, cum laude. Gracie Nicole Clark. Allie Caroline Parker. William Tyrone Peoples Jr. Christopher Wade Perkins. Jada Stefaria Pittman. Brooke Morgan Porter. Lady Reese Perfect, cum laude. Richard Adam Picasso. Benjamin E. Rogers, magna cum laude, Alpha Kappa. Hannah Rose Root. Carly Shelby Grace Simmons. Nicole Barker Smith. Lauren Faye Stephens, magna cum laude. Matthew McCoy Stowe, honors program. Kylie Paige Taylor, magna cum laude, honors program. Candace Elizabeth Terry. Anthony May Walker, summa cum laude. Casey Williamson. George Andrew Wilson III, cum laude. Associate of Arts, Candy Joel Buckley, honors student. Isaiah J. Golden. Godbold College of Business, Bachelor of Science, Nicholas Angelo Angelicos. Georgia Grace Farr. Wayne Lamont Black Jr. Alyssa O'Neill.
Jack A. Boyer. Hayden Kinsey Bryant, summa cum laude. Michael P. Carroll. Merrick K. Carter. Cody Shane Childers. Melissa Crespo, Alpha Signal Management. Tara Elizabeth Crowder. Bradley Michael Davis Jr. Molly Christine Fuller, summa cum laude. Kaylee Hammer. Hayden Hildebrand. Ronald Colby Humphries. Matthew R. Williams. Please invite Soraya Chanel Murray Meadows. Tyler James Lamont. Tyson B. Lane. Andres Jose Leo. Paul Edmund Lindbergh III. DeMarcus A. Little. Marco Lopez Esser. John Allen Marsh. Lillian May Martindale. Jorge Martinez Perez. William Grant. Joshua McCutcheon. Cadence Nicano, summa cum laude, honors program, Alpha Chi. Malcolm Markle Mills. Sydney Lee Newton, summa cum laude. Cynthia Nicole Osborne. Isabella Faye Palazzo. Jason Cole Pennington. Braden Cole Pratt, cum laude. Christian Thomas Rutland. Laura Solorio. Prentice Maya Edward Square. Casey Lamar Sanford. Isaac Lee Stewart. Jaden Stockton. Jack Wayne Swanson. John Preston Field. Christopher Nathaniel Thompson. Regan Lane Olson. Hannah Thompson. Zachary Tyler Cabell. Sheree Watkins Miller. Shaisha Amani Omega Trevor. Harrison Robert Williams. Haley Michelle Year.
College of Education, Bachelor of Science, Arlene Annette Gardner. Candace Holmesley Brandon, cum laude. Charles Kendall Burnett. Caroline Elizabeth Caldwell. Mackenzie Bartley Connor, cum laude. Allison Lynn Cornett. Emily Noel Deese, summa cum laude. laude. Christina Lee Thomas, magna cum laude. Jesse James Walker, magna cum laude. Stephanie Walker. Ashley Brooks Wolford. College of Health Sciences, Bachelor of Science, Montana Sage Adams, cum laude, Morgan Alexander Barberry, summa cum laude. Emma Jordan Bean. Zoe Burton. Ciara Betty Cheyenne Burge. Christina Lynn Doolin. Whitney Joanna Easter. Deshaun Terrence Fulton. Samantha Jocelyn Gallegos. Kaden Adele Gibbs. Riceland Faye Glover. Ann Grayson Ellison Good. Olivia Granger, cum laude. Grace Catherine Payne. Nathan Oscar Enrique. Jeffrey Thomas Dupont. Chloe Faye Johnson. Michaela Ann Swain. Caitlin Francis Mitchell, cum laude. Emma Sophia Jane Osborne. Marion Edward Jadair McMillan. Banks Marshall Munn, magna cum laude. Navon Peterson. Megan Grace Reese, summa cum laude, applied, also earning a Bachelor of Arts degree. Nicole Grace Winna. Audrey Lee Ridge. Jake Connor Sosa. Ava Vaughn Stratton. Jen Wan Sup. Leanna Bryn Talley, summa cum laude, applied. Nyla Ann Walker. Molly Morgan Waters. Wesley Elise Avon Weddington. Jaden Shantae Wilkins Ivy. Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Jessie Ameza Beaver, cum laude. Kanchan Patrai. Taken Rebecca Boyce. Alyssa Brooke Briggs. Kelsey Withers Callahan. Matthew Kenneth Carpenter. Aislinn K. Chapman. Caroline Paige Clevenger, cum laude. Corey Danielle Hunter, summa cum laude. Margaret Hall, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Anna Clarice Hannah. Rebecca Riley Hawkins. Lauren Kern. Abigail Grace Henson. Leah Nicole Cale, summa cum laude. Elaine Danielle Tiger, cum laude. Alexis R. Marshall. Kaylee Faye Mayer, summa cum laude. Malia Renee Meeks. Emma Louise Meyer, cum laude. Latrina Myers. Hannah Michelle Ford, Alpha Sigma Lambda. Lauren Casey Paget. India Raquel Page. Ariana Shatayla Carson. Madison Elizabeth P. Summa cum laude, Alpha Chi.
To each of you, I commend you on your accomplishment, and on behalf of the entire university family, I congratulate you. We share in your joy, and we wish you the fullest measure of success. We pledge to remember you in our prayers and want you to remember you'll always be part of this community. Before officially conferring the degrees, it is my duty and privilege to congratulate you and convey the university's charge to you. Because from this time forward, Gardner-Webb will be known and to a significant degree judged according to the kind of people that you are and the kind of success that you find. And so I charge you to live a life of purpose and excellence. Go the extra mile, take on the task no one else wants, stay a little later, dress a little sharper, work with integrity. Show up each day with a sense of calling, not just a sense of duty. Apply conscientiously the abilities you have developed here, the ability to think critically, examining ideas thoughtfully, and not being judgmental of others, and the ability to apply your knowledge not just in your career, but in your civic and personal lives as well. You now carry an important responsibility to use the education and experiences with which you have been blessed to lift others as you climb, to make the world around you better. Above all, know that the key to real success is to seek continuously the will of God for your life. When you do this, the road does not always get easier, but it gains purpose. When your foundation is firm, peace and direction will surely follow. If you live out this charge, you will not only succeed by the most important measures of success, but you will bring credit to yourself, your alma mater, and your family. I have every confidence that you will make us proud. Will the candidates for degrees please stand? That's you guys. Acting upon the recommendation of the faculty and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Gardner-Webb University, I hereby confer the Associate of Science in Nursing, Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, those degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. I now invite the audience to join with me in congratulating our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, I present to you the Spring 2026 graduating class of Gardner-Webb University, and I have just one more question. Is that all you got? Graduates, please remain standing. Everyone else, please be seated. Thank you all again for being here this morning. We are at the moment our graduates have all been waiting for, the time-honored tradition of turning the tassels. I now invite Student Body President Andrea Stampone and Leslie Villaros, our Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students, to lead us in the turning of the tassels.
It is a long-standing tradition that after receiving a degree, the cap tassel is shifted from the right side to the left. This signifies to all the completion of the degree.
GWU Class of 2026, this is your time. Turn those tassels!
Dr. Aaron Rice will now lead us in the Gardner-Webb University alma mater. Following the alma mater, Neil Payne, Associate Minister to the University for Student Ministries, will provide the closing prayer. After the prayer, faculty and students will recess. I'd like to ask all parents and guests to remain seated until the recessional is complete.
Stand as we sing together. You may be seated.
Can we give one more applause to the person most important to us here, and that's the Lord Jesus Christ that brought us this far. As we close in prayer, I can think of no words to pray over you better than the ones the Apostle Paul prayed over a group of believers in Ephesus 2,000 years ago. A group of believers who lived in uncertain times with an uncertain future, but whose faith was in God, who is unchanging and trustworthy. Receive the words of this prayer from Ephesians 3:14 through 21. For this reason, I kneel before the Father, from whom every family in heaven and on earth derives its name. I pray that out of his glorious riches, he may strengthen you with power through his Spirit in your inner being, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. And I pray that you, being rooted and established in love, may have power, together with all the Lord's holy people, to grasp how wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ, and to know this love that surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled to the measure of all the fullness of God. Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us, to him be glory in the church and in Christ Jesus throughout all generations, forever and ever. And all God's people said, amen.